All right. This is me after the fact. After I had rewatched the recording of this, I don't know. It's bad. It sucks. But it's also really funny because I don't know. I sound like I'm crying throughout most of it. There's so many pauses. But but I don't know. Like I scrambled to get my microphone plugged in and everything. It's the first time I'm doing anything like this. But I don't know. I felt like I had to say something now, or because when I get home from work later, I probably wouldn't have done anything. Um, I don't know. I just I'm just gonna upload it because I think one I want it to just be saved, but I don't know. As a first reaction, maybe it's useful for something, but I don't know. Uh, anyways, I hope you get something out of this. Like it's really funny or something. But there you go. I guess this is fine. I don't know. Uh, yeah. Ashes of the Croatia. It's dead now. It's gone. Oh man, that's funny. Uh, I like. I had so much to say until I turned on the microphone. But anyways, ser- man, this sucked. I was literally just complaining earlier, and now I can only feel the weight of the emotion, which is mostly like confusion. I said that. Oh no, I'm just along for the ride. I don't mind the money. I lied. So it just sucks. I don't know. I thought it would be fine, right? Like it hasn't been great. I don't think anyone who's followed the game would think that the past year and a half has been the best. But I don't know. I guess holding out hope was the wrong choice. Should have given up way earlier, I guess. Oh man, I don't know. I guess we're just sitting here waiting for like the death of an MMO video or the one of the Kira videos, so we get all the information because that was always gonna happen, I guess. Oh man, what? I don't know. Uh, I I get why people who play MMOs a lot why they're so cynical all the time now. Because like, what do you do? It's over. There ain't nothing for it. And like, we're not even at a point where there's, you get where people are gonna want to make like private servers or nothing. The game wasn't ever at that point. Whatever was good about it still just sits firmly in your mind, or maybe Steven's mind, unless, I mean, I don't know. I don't think it was a rug pull that's going on in the Discord a lot. Because if he was gonna pull the rug, he should have done it like 7 years ago, or however long it's been. It started like what 20? It was it 2016 or 2019? I think it was 2019. Either way, that rug is old and dusty now. It hasn't been moved. I don't know. I guess everything was too good to be true. I mean, the truth wasn't all that pretty, anyways. But I don't know. It left room for hope, I guess. Like, oh yeah, no, any day now they'll start adding things to the video game. It'll get somewhere. I don't know. Yeah, like, I mean, I guess that's the question. When this happened, I mean, the answer is probably somewhere around. If I were to guess, May, probably around when uh, they missed all the deadlines for for the phases. If you think about it, because that's when they started talking about the Harbinger stuff. That's when they stopped. What you call it? they stopped looking. I don't know. There was a shift in the streams when Phase 2.5 came around, and I guess assuming that apparently there were more people who had executive decision making abilities or whatever, because that makes sense why early access exists. Oh man, I guess the simplest answer is always the one that that that's the case. You know, Occam's razor and all that. Like, oh no, they're not doing it for more people. They're not doing it for all these complicated reasons. It really was just whoever whoever helped with funding was like, okay, I want my money. I don't know. I mean, I like how here I am, right, doing the same things that I was doing before, like making excuses for it. Like Stephen Date's probably fine. He was a cool guy still, probably, hopefully. It was other people, but I don't know at this point. Uh, I can't make fun of Star Citizen anymore because at least that one's still around. Oh man, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think it was a bad idea to believe a little. I mean, a year ago maybe, but yeah, at this point, maybe we really were just toughing the copium. I want to say that the whole narc was right all along in the Discord is wrong. That it was on his part some some just crashing out, but here we are. So that's gonna fly around a bunch. I don't know. Maybe he knew something we didn't. If he did, why didn't he say nothing? Uh, you know, uh, I wanted to. What was it? Make f- videos and stuff. I don't know. I thought maybe all it was we needed some realigning. All we had to do was focus on the future, on what's to come. I guess there's a reason for that because this is the future. It's dead, gone, taken out back, and shot like old Yeller. Man, this sucks. I don't know. Hopefully, I don't know. It doesn't even feel like there are any pieces to pick up. That's the thing, right? Because like a lot of the MMOs that have been that came out over a while, they all got something going for them. But if Ashes was never at that point, like it's basically been stuck in the state it was in when it launched in last year or in October of 2024. When you think about it, like how do you say it? The only thing that's changed is the servers, right? Dynamic server gridding never really came online, and they only tested it a couple times. I don't know. That was the thing that actually concerned me, right? Since that was supposed to be the thing that came out. You know, like I remember in the stream for day where they did all the networking stuff. They said it was meant to start testing in phase 2 or phase 1, right? And that would make sense, right? Because it's pretty fundamental to what they're trying to do. Oh man, I mean, think about it, right? Was Were the streams for us? Like, let's say that this has always been the case, and it's not been some panic. Oh shit, we need a lot of money. Has Was the whole reason that Phase 2 or that the Alpha 2 came out at all because they needed to show something? Were those initial two streams were they for us? Or are they for some shadow backer that none of us knew about? Man, when they make these videos, it's gonna be, I don't get to stay detached no more, right? What is, man. Well, I gotta keep talking because I want to put stuff. Well, I mean, I guess you can just edit bits and pieces. It's very simple. We have the technology for that. I don't know. It's better. I didn't think I'd feel so bad. You know. I mean, I guess when you say things like, "Oh no," I always knew this could happen. I spent the $200 for the, just to be a part of the experience. Well, it's like it wasn't very good, right? It was mostly just excuses and copium the whole way through. Uh, man, I don't know. I guess that's the problem when you think about it. That we're existing in hindsight with the idea that it's gone now, and we don't have to you don't have to find reasons for it for it doing the things that it does anymore, other than they're screwing it up, or they're gonna close it, right? So there's a lot of, oh, this is why it looked like it was definitely gonna why this was gonna happen. It could have been. I mean, the most simplest, if we're going back to that, simplest answer is whenever they started talking about early access, right? Because that was the one thing that was entirely questionable, right? Like every update, because there weren't any updates that had things, right? It feels like what probably happened is Steven, if he was the good actor here, the one person that was trying to do the right thing among all the apparently extra people with executive decisions. Um, because it, because why? Because if you think about it, right, if they were focusing purely on trying to get money out of this, then why not at any time earlier just start pumping out updates, right? Add stuff here, add stuff there. The game's not going to last that long now, anyways, right? Why not? Like, how little did they have if they weren't going to do that? You know, this is the point. Like, was there ever a future? Was there more stuff? Was there an entire game we just didn't see, or is it the more likely, I guess, reason at this point? What were those 200 something people doing? Man, I don't know. I mean, I just don't care anymore at this point when it comes to like I was gonna. I don't know. I thought like a video would need some more effort or whatever. Like you gotta script it. You gotta do a bunch of stuff. Do things with a careful hand instead of waking up at 3 a.m. having to go to work in a little bit and looking at the Discord and like, oh yeah, by the way, it's just gone. I just before I went to sleep yesterday, I saw the like a Reddit post about people having like for looking for work on LinkedIn, and I thought, oh, that's nothing. It's just more a couple little layoffs here or there. Nope. That was quiet before the storm. Well, technically, it had already happened. I just slept through it, I guess. I don't know. I guess it'll be interesting to see uh, it all come out when it does, because apparently there's a legal battle, and and so usually those things can. I don't know law. I think they're supposed to have all the information come out at some point, since you, during discovery, that's the whole point of that. Ah man, someone will do a whole deep dive in all this, and then I'll probably feel worse because I don't know. I was really looking forward to this, even still, despite all the fact that nothing happened. I don't know. I guess it was too good to be true. I already said that. I'm just waffling now. What does waffling even mean? Words. Uh, are there other enemy? I don't know. I guess I can go back to thinking Mortal Line 2 was cool. uh, they're releasing the new a new continent, so there's something to look forward to. Even though that's probably gonna go the way of the Dodo too, if we're being honest. Because well, I mean they already have subscription. They've got stuff. Maybe they're good on funding. I like Mortal Online too. It's just kind of awkward. Oh man, I did not expect to feel this bad. I don't know. Like I didn't even play a lot of Ashes, right? Like most of the Alpha 2 experience, it was like I only really played Alpha 1 completely. Alpha 2, Alpha 2.5, not Alpha 2, Phase 2 and Phase 2.5, even Phase 3 when that came around. I only played to like level 10 on a rogue. So it's not like I have some wealth of experience to fill up the grief or something. And it's not actual grief, okay? It's more like uh, I don't know. Maybe it is grief. I'm gonna go through the whole seven stages, five stages. Where's the fucking Link Ocarina, not Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask videos to remember how that all goes? I don't know. Well, if anyone does watch this, put in the comment section some more stuff to get into and live on copium with because I think I'm addicted now because I don't know what to do. What do drugs feel like, by the way? How does that work? I don't know. I'm just saying words now. Got to turn to drinking now. You know, Dealing the grief. Back in my day, there was still hope. Back in the good old days of 2024 when it first launched, everything seemed peachy. I mean, yes, there was a man who screamed and whined about things going poorly, but of course there was nothing to that. It was all good. You know, he was not prophetic or anything. I mean, when you think about it, I guess, yeah, the fact that so much of the what was shown in those like all the streams in like 2023, starting with the weather showcase. I don't know. Again, you asked the question: how much were those streams for us, right? Or were they to placate some backer or shadow backer or whatever? I don't know. I hope it's simple and it's just Steven ran out of money because I don't know if I can take the idea that there was still hope at some point and that we weren't just fucked, right? Like it's better that it's completely awful than there was a sliver of no, it might have been all right if things had gone better. Whatever better was, because really, what did we know? You know, people didn't say it, but the one thing that Narc was definitely right about was the fact that communication was poo poo, that we didn't know shit. The fact that this comes out and it's like, oh, when was it? Yeah, I don't know because because in the early days of the project, they felt like they were more communicative about stuff going on, not just with the game, but with the Intrepid itself. I mean, you saw the studio. That's the thing. It makes you ask: were there ever people we didn't see a new studio? Right? Like in the early streams, they just showed the whole office with people working there. I don't know. Was it all some ploy? It couldn't have been, right? I mean, how much money could they have made over those years? I don't think it's that. You know, if we're doing the whole Occam razor thing, the simplest idea is that they ran out of money at some point. They asked for money from people, and those people now had an expectation of return somewhere along the way. And you know, it could just simply be that the Alpha 2, like what they had that they gave us in phase 1 might have been what they were preparing the Alpha 2 for, right? Like that might have actually been the Alpha 2 stuff, but you know, sometime in 2024 or 2023, they were told that they had to do something. So they set a date in I think it was August of 2024, the original Alpha 2 date, but then it got delayed. Or maybe it was always. No, they just said quarter 4 or quarter 3, and that meant butt ass end of quarter 3 in October. So you know, maybe what it was, right, was that they, you know, that wasn't for us. That was for some backer to keep them placated, you know, so they have more time. And I guess the idea is, and again, think about phase 3 and how they advertised a bunch of stuff for it, and most of that just kind of sucked ass. You know, the anvils wasn't very good. The there wasn't much a change in any other part of the game, right? And again, was that for us? You know, was it not for someone else who who needed to see that the game was going somewhere? And then once they looked into it, right? Because they had the power to do so. They didn't see what they liked, and so they pushed for the early access release to try to get some money out of this. I don't know. How do I end this? Because I can keep going given brief pauses of I don't know, melancholy or something. Just like the game's gone. No. uh, you know, before I plugged in the microphone, I was laughing a little bit more, but now that I have to start talking as if someone's listening, it just feels bad. I don't know. Uh, well, I guess it was a good ride. You can't see me, but I'm doing a whole salute and everything. It wasn't all that bad. Maybe, I don't know. It actually sucked most of it because I felt like it was a lot of feeling bad until the stream, and then it was like, oh, you know, maybe there's a little bit more. Maybe there's hope. Uh, nope, stream's not there for another month. Feels bad again. So I don't know. Hindsight's a bitch. So, uh, anyways, well, let's hope there's something else to get latched onto, though. Ashes, uh, Ashes might have been a bit of a unicorn considering how much money Steven had to be able to do it. But you could argue that was a bad thing since it meant there wasn't as much of a push to actually release it. I mean, that came around anyways, so. But you could argue it came too late, right? If he had, I guess that's the thing. If at any point in those years, I mean, they had to have stuff. Maybe it'd be somewhere else. But that's just all speculation. But that's all we ever did. It was only ever speculation, even during the Alpha 2. No, guys, it'll be cool later. Look at all the stuff on the wiki. Look at all that cool shit. Religions, isn't that gonna be neat? No, it's never neat. Organized religion sucks, apparently. Uh, man. Okay, and by the way, that wasn't a sniffle. I'm not that bad. You know, it's cold. It's been cold. So, I don't know. Well, whatever. I guess. Let's hope. Let's hope more information comes out because this ain't just gonna sit right until then. Well, whatever. Menace comes out on the 5th. That's cool. If you're wanting to play that. Well, go away now. I don't know. That. How do you end this? That just sort of. I thought that maybe I'd say something cool or fun or whatever. Not cool, but more like it'd be interesting. Well, okay. Yeah, no, it's over now. I guess completely. God.